Okay, I am back from work and I decided to do a follow-up video on how to set up to Quest, which is basically setting up where your spells and weapons and other things are going to go in the hotbars that you have on your screen, among other things. So let's get into it. I'll go in. Okay, now you guys will be hearing ship sounds, so we'll go downstairs so that we don't have the wind noise drowning out what I'm saying. Okay, now just so you guys know, some of you will be playing on keyboard and with just a normal mouse, but I'm actually playing with what is called a gaming pad, and so I end up with my bars set up to these keys on this with your jump and a few other things on the side. And I've also got this gaming mouse, which also has several buttons on the side that I can hotkey certain things to. I've set these up to the hotbars on my screen, the 4 hotbars. I don't like having bars all over my screen, so a lot of stuff is hotkeyed. And every time I TR, I make sure that I put all the stuff back on the same bars that they were on before, and usually in the same place. When I'm playing on different characters, I try and keep similar spells, similar weapons, similar fight moves for monk or anything like that. Anything that's similar between classes will go basically on the same bar in the same place. It's a bit less confusing like that, because if you just put them anywhere, you're always like, where did I put that this time? I'm going to do what's called turning off the floaty names. I've got it hotkeyed, but I'm going to show you where that is. We're going to go through our options menu, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to UI settings and unlock the shortcut bars so that I can move them around. So you deselect the lock on the shortcut bars, and then it gives you the ability to move your bars around where you wish to have them. I have them on the side here. And all this stuff that's on the bars at the moment was on by default when I TR'd. They're all going to get moved. They're all going to get moved once I work out which ones are which. Okay, now that they're unlocked, I can drag these off. I like putting these up here. I put the party chat, you can pull that in down onto the bottom there. You can pull that in or you can pull that out. I'm pulling that out because when I'm running with party and I'm streaming, sometimes they're not talking, and because they're not talking, if we're doing things in the quest, you need to be able to see what they're saying to me. The rest of them are actually behind me for guild tells and things like that, so that not everybody can read what's being sent to me. These can all be set up with incoming text types, which you can customize each window as to what's coming in, and that will tell you what window it is and what's going out as far as text and type go. Pull that back in. Okay, now my power attack, I'm constantly turning that on, so that's going on a bar that's going to be always open. My cleave goes on my mouse. I don't use Sunder. My trip goes on my mouse. I don't use that. All this other stuff is coming off. Wind stance is something that I'm always using. I'm not going to go rogue this time. And I need my down button. For that, get rid of that. I pretty much stay in wind stance all the time because wind stance in a monk gives you a faster movement and faster attack speeds, which is why I have that. When you guys come in, there will be a selection there. If you want to see the hints popping up on your screen, that's fine. Leave it until you don't need the hints anymore. But when you don't want the hints anymore, you can go into the UI settings, go down to don't show hints and select don't show hints. By default, they show the hints. Gameplay, you can enable some stuff in here. Auto attack on double click, I don't use that. Click and hold to attack, I use that. I'm not sure what that one is. I've been playing for years and I still don't know what that is. Quest end rewards based on class. So you can either deselect that and get random end rewards, or you can have that selected and you'll get end rewards based on what class you are. I don't use a sentient weapon at the moment because a sentient weapon is for epic levels from 20 to 30. And I'm not doing epic levels at the moment. I'm doing all my heroic TRs, racial TRs, and it's racial TRs, the heroic TRs. I'm custom TRing. I'm TRing all the time from 20 down to 1. So I'm not using sentient weapons at the moment because they're only for epic. You don't need to see graphics and audio. Hey, Willie. I wish they had an option for inaccurate or useless tips. I would enjoy those more. Yeah. You can disable chats and disable chat content filter. So there's a filter that is on by default. If you don't worry, if you're not too worried about swearing and stuff like that in your chat, you just click it and it disables the chat content filter. And if someone swears, instead of getting little symbols on the screen in the text, you get you get the word. Just excuse me a moment. I've got to let my dog out. Why is it you decide to go out once I start? You go. Go out. You're not coming back in. I'm busy. You have to wait now. I thought I'd just go through, I've just done the TR. I've chosen dwarf for my past life feat because dwarves, in your second life of dwarf, I've got to do, can't believe I've got to do 3 lives of dwarf. 3 lives of dwarf. I already don't like it. I'm level 1 on the first life. The dwarf gives you constitution for your racial reward for the TR. So I'll be quite happy with getting extra constitution. Back to the UI settings, you can choose the color of your combat dice, which pops up here when you're in combat, your chat font and what size it is. I have mine really large because I don't want to have to squint at the screen to read it. You can change the text of your different chats, but I tend to leave that the same. I don't play around with that. A good one for you guys you got hide guild buffs. If you're in a guild and you guild buff, you end up with all these buffs across the top of your screen and there's just not enough room for them. You can't read them all. So I go consolidate effect icons, justify effect icons to the screen left, but you can have them on the right, and hide guild buffs, which puts all of this stuff into the one icon. I will actually unclick those so you can see what I mean. That's, it's like the buffs all over the screen. Consolidate effect icons. So I keep them all in the one. Sorry if I disappear for a bit today, I'm at work. All bosses expect you to earn your pay, mate. So you can move your icons left from the left to the right or leave them on the left. I think by default they're on the left, and then if you go in and consolidate those and your guild buffs, instead of having buffs all over the top of your screen, you've just got those ones there. And then the buffs that you can see after that are the ones that you get when you jump into the quest and someone throws out buffs, like the cleric throws out some buffs. You'll be able to see what buffs you've gotten from other people. Whereas if you have them all across your screen, when people give you more buffs, you can't see which buffs they've given you. So you don't know if you have freedom of movement or not. So it's better to consolidate them. I should have... What happened to my user skin? I don't know. All right, key mapping. I find these are the best ones for my play style for attack and interacting. Because I have the gaming board, instead of walk forward being W like you would on a normal keyboard, mine is S and X, and I do turn strafe. Instead of just turn right, turn left, I do turn strafe. So you can, again, the defaults are different for me than what they are for other people because I actually have to remap my keys. We won't go too far into that because it's all quite complicated. This is where I have keyed my shortcut bars to my keyboard. Hey Draco. That is a razor. That is definitely a razor. Oh. That's a Razer Tartarus Chroma, and that one there is a Razer Naga Chroma. Best things I ever bought. I can't live without them. I use all those buttons, every one of them. I use them all. You will see shortly how much I use them. I'm at level 1 at the moment. Back to UI settings. Graphics, advanced graphics, well, that all depends on your machine. You do have in advanced graphics, where is it? Detect optimal settings or something? I thought it was at the top. Might be this one. Detect optimal settings. Except it changes stuff on me that I don't like, so I don't use that one. Okay, I don't have too much at the moment because I'm level 1. Shuriken. 50 shurikens. Right. Now I'm going to go to my bank. I've got my screen set up. I want this one down here somewhere. The dice will come up and I'll have to move those. Going to have a look in the bank. Of course, level 1, I am not going to have too much stuff. Not a lot that's open. So 2 banks come up. Now, this is a follow-up to TRing, so I'm going to let you know what's happening here. If you're a first life, you're only going to have the 2 banks. You're going to have this bank here and this bank here. When you TR, you get 3 banks. People have a tendency not to clear their TR cache because it takes up too much space if they've collected stuff along the way. So I tend to leave it all in there and we go through it later on and take out what we need as we need it. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. turned my slave rags into a cosmetic. Oh God, I hate being a dwarf already. I hate being a dwarf. No, she's going to be a dwarf clonk. She's going to be a cleric monk. So, yeah, I'm hating it already, and I haven't even started questing yet. Which I'll just let you know that once I finish this quick little run through what happens after a TR, I will stop the stream and restart the stream so that I can rename the stream level 1 to 2. Because dwarf gives you constitution as a racial past life. So I will live 3 lives of dwarf. It gives you some, I don't know what the first life is, but the second life gives you +1 constitution, and the third life will give me a point to spend in my racial tree. That's my racial tree there, and I already have 3 points to spend in there. I gain 10 HP. Saves against poison. A chosen set of weapons. Axe, pick and hammer. I won't be using those. Armor class and maximum dexterity bonus. Right, back to finding some level 1 gear. Yeah, Dragonborn give charisma and half elf. I've already done my half elf, so I've got +1 to charisma. I do have to do the Dragonborn, but I don't like Dragonborn either, so I've kind of stayed away from the Dragonborn. Only to do a dwarf, which I hate. I'm hating just as much already. So I'm pulling some of the stuff out that I just carry with me from level to level. Which is my ingredients bag. My level 3 cleric. She's a permanent one. I'll just show you quickly. These are the feats that I already have. So in past lives, I've got 9 past lives. The Azamar gave me wisdom. On my second racial life, the half elf gave me charisma on my second racial life, and the human gave me wisdom. I have to do it. I have to do it. If I want those extra ability stats on my character, I have to live those lives. So that's that. Now what I do want to find out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why didn't I get my completionist? Someone that I was talking to today said they don't recommend using Steam for this game. So while I'm at it, my epic past lives. Now these will be switched on and they won't get switched off. So I put them on a tab somewhere where they don't really matter. And cleric, so spell casting, fortification, colours of the queen, brace. Which one do I want? Faster cooldowns? Right. You've got the client, but it wants you to download something. Yeah, I I've downloaded that. It doesn't bother me. What I don't understand is why I didn't get an option to choose my completionist feat. Oh, I'm monk. I'm not cleric yet, so I don't have any spells yet. Right, I'm getting distracted here. Guys, I was trying to do a bit of a tutorial style. This is what it's like when you TR. This is what it's like after you TR. You just need it to run the game. It's like instead of clicking an EULA every time you load the game. That's the right one. So as you can see at level 1, there is not a lot of stuff open. Well, it didn't hack mine, so I doubt it. My jack jibbers. That's a level 2. It's getting busted. That's how much I used that one. A lot. Collectibles bag. Need that to pick up your collectibles. These collectibles are what you use for crafting. Every level you have to sit here and do this. So I wish they would put a search option so you can go by level. I want to search by level. So you can go, I'm level 2. Show me what's open for level 2. I'm not going to need the Thieves' Tools this life. There's my gem bag for collecting my gems. Quick look through this one. I'm actually going to go to Korthos for my 1 to 2 level. So for those of you who haven't played before, you will see your starting point. Definitely put that on. Definitely put those on. Gives me damage reduction 1 and +3 to intimidate. And nothing else is open for now. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to shut the stream down. I'm going to change the name of the stream and come back and start running 1 to 2s. Yeah. Gem bag, collectibles bag, cleric, key. Jack Jibbers, repair. And that should be on the other one because I don't change that either. Monk feet, way of the air, wind stance. There we go. Want that there, that there, that there. Okay, it is buffing time. I'm going to buff and then change my stream. And then I'll be a bit more responsive to you guys. Oh God, I hate Monk already. I wonder if I've got enough points to change her hair. No, I don't. Okay, I have to wait. Jeez, the shrine's bigger than she is. Oh, short asses just doesn't suit me. Okay, I am all buffed up. So guys, I'm going to shut the stream down quickly, change the name of the stream because I want to block these things that I'm doing. Earlier I did a quick hour video on what it's like to TR. Then there's this video which is what you got to do after you finish TRing, like setting up to go questing. I am now set up to go questing, so I'm just going to change my stream name. I'll be back shortly. So go there, shut that down.